What's going on, guys? And we have, what is it, game 5 between these awesome players? I believe so. I believe that's what we have. And a Viper here playing in the blue as Huns, as they've all been Huns. And then in red, we have Daut. So, Hun Wars have certainly posed some interesting games thus far, I have to say. I've enjoyed them all. They've been fun. And so this next game I foresee to be enjoyable as well. For those of you in the stream, watching the stream right now, I think we have like 17 of you or something small, but um, every one of you are certainly appreciated, as well as everyone watching this on YouTube. However, YouTubers can't do this. Please type exclamation mark poll, POLL, and just tell me what you think regarding the face cam on the actual game. Because if you disagree with it, then I want to know your input on the poll, and we will go over such things in about a week, and just based off what viewers think. Anyway, so we have Daut here, and Daut is playing in the red as Huns, and his wood line on the front, if he chooses to take that, it is on quite a hill. They're basically walking Mount Everest to chop wood, but it's it's plush. It certainly is a thick wood line, and that's okay. Then he has a backwood line there. It's quite far away from his TC, and his gold very hilly as well. He's in a craterish position on the front, which isn't really the best, but I would say that it's only on the front, and these guys generally don't run into the hill problems if they get the scouts out, and I think that's what Daut normally chooses to do. That's what we'll probably see from him. We'll see. Oh, he's sending 4 over to the wood. I could be wrong, which is fine. So, Viper, his map, his wood line's much better. It's a much flatter map for him, and he has that gold right in the back, which is just pure gold. And though the right side isn't the best, I mean, this is just basically a lake. It's going to be okay for him to deal with everything on this side. He has the gold back here, he has the wood here. That's all he needs for now. If he loses that, that's a problem, but he just has to deal with everything there. So, what's going to be the play for Viper? My guess is so far, because he has the 3 on wood, we're going to see scouts, but it's not really about guessing. It's mainly about just going over what is happening. He hasn't seen these sheep, and I don't really think he is going to see him. You know, normally at this point, 5 minutes in, you start to say, hey, someone stole my sheep. But I have seen a lot of fair play from these guys. I've seen these guys, you know, doing kind things, and he might just say, okay, hey, Daut isn't going to steal my sheep. And speaking of sheep, Viper is going to try and lure this boar, and he's going to use his sheep to stop the boar. Is it going to be enough? Will he use his villager as well to try and delay it, or will he need to? Actually, he should be just fine. That's very nice. Without the sheep, the vill would have died, that's for sure. And just the little things, guys, the little things. But anyway, he's not going to find them. I mean, that's really unfortunate. Just really unfortunate. That's just, yeah. So, anyway, I like the barracks there from Daut. That's right out there on the front. And I was discussing the possibility of a drush from him. But I guess we'll have to see. Is this guy a gold miner or a lumberjack? Seems to be a lumberjack. And I guess, like I said, have to pay attention to that. We could possibly see these deer be lured in. I mean, they are right on the hill. They could be lured in with a couple little gallops from the scout, but we haven't seen it. And it looks like he's instead looking to scout out Viper. Now, he doesn't actually know where Viper is. He doesn't have a good read on it either. He'll probably see this relic and potentially this relic, and he'll say, okay, no way Viper's there. He's got to be over on the other side of the map. Now, as Viper scouted, well, Viper's actually scouting the entire map, looking for either his sheep or just trying to get good visibility of it. I wonder if this game's going to end and those sheep are ever going to be found. Or maybe that's where he's going to go next. Those sheep are actually really important. He's actually going to be out of sheep in a second. There you go. And he's now found them. And that's, though it's unfortunate, it's really, really actually nice that he has now seen them. Though based off of what he has seen, I'm not surprised he didn't see them till then. So the drush is coming out, actually, from Daut. And Viper, his scout is receiving a couple whacks with those little, what are they, wooden mallets? I don't even know, but they're obviously not strong. But Viper gonna try, I think, and just lure these militia away from his economy, and he's doing a good job of doing that, actually. Every single second counts, and nice little palisade walling. He's been walling more and more as his little best of whatever goes on. He's actually, if it was best of 5, it would have already won. But I think in this case it was a smart place to wall, but he didn't really do it in time, as these units are not going to be pushed into the TC fire. And now I'm not liking the look of this villager here and these villagers here on the wood line, which have now been walled in, which is nice. So if he puts a couple palisades here, he could actually keep all of these, you know, enemy units trapped within this area where they have to run through the TC. But he has yet to do that. I think it'd be a wise decision, but either way, he's getting out his stable, and he does have these sheep, and he can still use them. Getting horse collar, which is certainly wise for those farms, and I think Daut is expecting a quick wall from this villager here, and that's why he's not sending these units over. But either way, he's just allowed to just walk right through there. Again, don't understand why there wasn't, nothing was done from Viper to really stop that. But it looks like he's going to have a couple units here to chase this down. Now, if you are Daut and you are drushing, you need to remember the fact that this drush is mainly to just delay eco, not kill vills. And all these vills running right now for Viper is a win. They might as well not exist while they're just chasing down these militia. And why is Viper chasing like that? Why is he running this far? Does he have a plan with those villagers? Like, does he forgotten about them? I do not know. That was not necessary. Even now, it's not necessary. He's going to go back. That was certainly interesting, I would say. But he does have the scouts now, and he's going to push out across, you would think, over to Daut's map. Daut's going double stable. This is a nice approach, and I don't play many Hun Wars, but I would actually like to really try this type of approach. Go drush, and instead of even touching gold, just use that extra eco and extra time you provided for yourself on eco to just go stronger into scouts. It's like a different Hun way, and I don't see it all that often, but I've seen it from Daut multiple times now, and I have to say I've really been impressed by it, because now, by the time that Viper gets over here, and he's been creating out of one stable, he has two, and he's now collecting these deer, all well, fine and dandy, and he's level on scouts. In fact, he has more, and he also has the spear there as well. So, like I said, very interesting. Daut actually has one more vill, in a little bit better position because the efficiency for Viper wasn't really there, and now it's all about how these guys really play it out, I would say. I like it. I really, really like it. And so, Daut's going to push out with these scouts. Big problem for him, where is he going to go with Viper's map? Where is he going to go? If this is completely walled, and I assume it is, it's just how the palisade looks, he's going to have to run through a TC around this side, I guess, to get to the gold and the lumber. And even then, he's quite close to the TC, so the villagers can just run on back. It's not really the greatest, you know? And so, I guess we'll have to see how Daut really deals with it, because is he still investing in a lot of scouts? He's a heck of a lot of scouts, and of course scouts, they're not going to be able to fire this palisade at all. And meanwhile, Viper transitioning into archers. In fact, he has quite a few on gold. He's going to wall off this side. I'm interested to see what he's doing with that. Oh, he's building a blacksmith there. Now, he should probably keep in mind he's going to need little palisades here, and well, that's a hard think to really figure out how to wall that thing, but I could certainly do it, but not going to focus on it, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, he's going to need to make sure they can't come in the other side. So Viper doing his same old Viper-esque stuff, right? Make a couple scouts and gain the map control for a little while, and then he's going to just try and get up to the castle age and use his crossbows, use his potentially cav archers and whatnot. And I have to say I like that approach as well. If Daut had more of a map to attack from Viper, this would have paid off by now, I think. He's got bloodlines already, but he really doesn't. And unfortunately for him, these scouts are really not going to have a huge part to play. They're going to come back here and defend now, and that's not really an ideal situation for what he has. One bad thing is that these gold collectors aren't as efficient for him either because of the hill. Same with the lumber. Not the best situation for him, while Viper seems to be in a better situation efficiency-wise back at home. I will put all of the games onto YouTube except the one game in which I dropped for a moment. I dropped for like 5 minutes of the game, and then I had to catch on up, so I can't actually put that one up. So that's the first time I've dropped in a long time, so I try to be as late night streams, you know. I try to talk to the chat as much as possible, guys, so thanks for coming. So I'm not sure why I was just referred to as Mem, but he's a great guy. So but anyway, we have Viper here, and he's clicked up, guys, like way before Daut, and this is kind of what we've seen from Daut, like the heavy into feudal approach, and this time around he's known not to engage much heavier, it looks like. If you notice, he's clicking up now himself. At previous moments, at previous games, I should say, he wouldn't have even been close to going up, and so now he's on his way up, but Viper, he's about to actually hit that next age, and he has a couple ranges, and he's going to be able to get a lot of upgrades and start streaming those units across. So I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see how it plays out. I mean, I have to say that this woodline and gold being on the front is going to play a huge part in this, and I hate to say the maps play a huge part in any game, but I think it will here. And it also plays a huge part in the fact that Daut couldn't do anything with his scouts. But look at this, Viper getting out the university. Of course, he can go with the ballistics upgrade, but we'll see if he can continue to thumb ring as well. I was going to say, where did his food go? So he's going to pretty much go all in on the upgrades, it seems. Has he got the +2 as well? He has. And Daut building a watchtower there. Very interesting defensive moves. Building skirms, and Daut skirms, man. He's certainly been using them for sure. But Viper's micro, we're looking at it right now, and not taking any hits. Did Viper there, and receiving or giving a couple of them to the skirms, but he's fighting on a hill. That's never ideal, but I like the fact he brought the scouts in there. Still had a couple scouts left. But does he want to run and be suckered into that wood line? I don't really know if he wants to do that. I think he knows because he's going back now. And interesting engagements there, and Daut's going to get Bodkin now. Cav archers are, of course, being masked from Viper behind things, and nice walling from Daut as well. The trouble is with Cav archers, once they get masked and crossbows, those palisades, they go down so fast, man. And Viper's getting ballistic now. He will have every attack upgrade available for Cav archers in not too long, and he's going to send out these units this way. I don't think he's going to have too much success with these crossbows, but maybe on some farms. And knights from Daut. Interesting decision. Viper's crossbows are back here. He's going to see that, and he's going to see the knights as well. He could click them and see the upgrades on them. And Viper as well has a knight. That's going to deal with these skirmishers quite well. I don't know about the knight decision from Daut, but either way, Viper has pushed in on these farms. And, the units, I was going to say, they came back out there. Probably a little bit premature. He wants to send them out, but the skirms haven't arrived yet. And so I like what Daut is doing, actually. This is the only woodline that Viper has close, so if Viper loses it, it's not good for him. And he's going to pressure this woodline right now. Viper could probably take a fight if he sends the knights at the skirms, but then again, he needs to use proper micro, because he doesn't want to lose these cav archers, as over here it looks like those units die. Viper, is he going to just lead these cav archers away? It looks like it, but he doesn't have really the knight numbers to deal with the skirms. It's kind of an interesting fight because they're all using different unit types, and the knights are coming out. Viper needs to focus down these knights from Daut, as Daut's focusing down the cav archers, and I think with the last knight there from Daut going down, he's going to have to run away with his skirm army. But then, of course, Daut's going to run out with these knights and try and push back. This is good for Viper, though. He's got up this TC in this other wood line, and that's going to be very good for his wood eco. Have we seen a second TC just yet from Daut? We haven't, and if Viper's able to keep that TC running, not going to be good for Daut. So these Cav Archers, I think they're going to need a little bit more mass to start dealing with these knights, to be completely honest with you. The skirms are there as well, and it might be a fight Viper might not want to take it. He could hit and run, but he's not going to want to take large fights at this point. He's only on 3 ranges. He has a lot of idles, or a lot of idle time. You can see these farms, which means he had to not continue to reproduce those farms. Yeah, there are the Cav Archers on top of the hill. Of course, the knights are going to come in, but the skirms are still there. And those knights, they're still supported by skirms, so it's kind of hard to call, and I think Viper knows that, so he's going to pull back. But Viper ultimately, I think, is going to get ahead in the food eco, or the eco as a whole, not just food eco. Eco involves everything, but it's going to be a huge deal if that adds up. Viper's going to just turtle now. He's going to turtle back at home. And I think he's going to be fine with that. There's only a little bit of wood eco. He's also going to get up on this hill. And what's Daut going to do? Well, it looks like Daut's transitioning into Cav Archers himself. He has 3 ranges, and he did have them earlier to create skirms. And, you know, looking at Daut's play right now, I think he's also going to just keep creating knights and keep creating Cav Archers. Will it work? I don't know. I mean, he has skirms in here. He has everything. And, yeah, nobody. This shirt is actually a different shirt, and I realized that I have multiple shirts now that match my walls. It's just purely coincidence, but people don't normally see me in my room, so it's never pointed out to me before. But check this out. I mean, Daut has a lot of military, man, and if you were to get +2 on these knights, that would be even a more insane fight for him. All of Viper's military buildings are right here as well, so he really needs to make sure he does not lose this area. And Viper, realizing this, making another stable. He can have another 4 villagers, says Daut. I mean, 4 villagers, not a big deal. He's actually going up to 3 TCs. Basically, at this point, if Viper gets away with booming, he wins the game. But if Daut is not going to let him do that. He's going to try and push in with just mass military of everything he can create and try and kill him. But at some point he's going to need siege, you would think. Maybe he's just going to try and raid him to death. I'm not sure. This would be a good area, I guess. This gold as well. But Viper's got more gold and wood. Viper's also got the hill. He's got another archery range up. He's got another stable up. I feel like Viper, he's okay. Keep in mind he has Thumb Ring right now. He has the +2 attack. He has the +1 of defense. He has bloodlines. He has some good stuff. And there's the +2 defense on these knights. That's a lot of knights. That is a lot of knights. There's the siege workshop from Daut. These scores are neck and neck, man. Like, it is just toggling like up and down on who is actually leading. And that is because the extensive amount of military from Daut right now and the extensive amount of eco from Viper. So is eco going to win, or is military going to win? As Viper's taking an insane fight, none of these skirmishers or Cav Archers are actually attacking the army, really, except for a couple knights of Viper. And I have to say, Viper taking a good fight there in the beginning. Knights are going to come in, and knights are going to try and push Viper back. And Viper losing a little bit of ground, it looks like. And the battering ram's going to come out in the archery ranges. So, you know, Daut taking that. Maybe first glance I was incorrect in saying who won that fight, but it looks like still leveled or 20 military ahead is Daut. And he's actually gained the hill advantage, which is huge, as Viper now creating knights. He's creating pretty much everything he can. Keep in mind he's going to lose his archery ranges if he doesn't push back. He doesn't have a siege workshop. He has knights back here. He's getting chain barding armor now himself. This is an insane match. It's going to be bad for him because these Cav Archers, when they run back this direction, are going to take some shots. And he's going to need to choose the correct time to fight. There we go. They're all going to fight now. And those Cav Archers are not masked, but the Knights are coming out. And who's going to win this fight? I don't even know how to call it. I have to say Daut probably has a bit of an advantage with killing these buildings, but Viper has doing a good job with the Knights. He's also cleaning up all these skirms that have been here this entire time from Daut. He has Cav Archers continually coming out. He has larger eco as well. And Viper's biggest loss right now is that he can't reproduce. So while Viper has won this fight, can he reproduce to continue winning the fight? This is absolutely insane. I just hear death all up in my ears, and it is really, really interesting. Viper has yet to kill these rams, but I think he will do so shortly. And yeah, interesting stuff. This Cav Archer over here is actually the only bit of red we've seen on this side, and it's picking away villagers, or trying to. But Viper's regained the hill, but he's lost what? Archery range, right? Possibly a stable in there. And Daut is still reinforcing. Daut, of course, getting skirms, and the skirms are going to do a decent job against Cav Archers, which is all well and good, but now Viper getting Knights. This is an insane game, guys. We're not going to see the typical one person get up to the Imperial Age matchup. And the other person in Castle Age push hard in the Castle Age. These guys are both pushing hard in the Castle Age right now. And oh, Daut, is he going to catch these villagers on the side? Viper doesn't see it just yet. And he's going to see it when these villas start going down. And that's not good. That is not good at all. As these villas are pushed off of gold, he's almost out of that gold. This gold's fully saturated. And I think we'll secure it now. I could probably do it to TC there, but look at Daut's aggressive approach. This is absolutely insane. This is probably my favorite game of the night. Favorite game of the night for sure. It's hard to call. Viper losing his military buildings is a big deal, though. He hasn't, really rebuilt all that many of them, and in doing so, he's wasting a lot of resources. One could say that Daut lost a lot with the Rams as well, but let's not get too involved. So now, if you look at the resources for both these guys, they're really, really low because they're all spending. But Viper, he can reproduce quicker and in more mass because he has the extra eco. Is Daut still on 1 TC? Still 1 TC as Hunt. Really, really interesting. And he's going to try and push this gold, but Viper's going to come out with the Knights' side while all the Knights and Cav Archers are there for Daut. Ooh, interesting, because the Knights are going to pick off the siege. They picked off a ram there. They might even be able to come in behind and pick off some Mangonels or even some skirms that are incoming. They should go in here. Viper sees what's up. They should go in from behind. Viper, if he patrols in here, takes out the Mangonels. Oh, but can he even reach them? I don't know if he can reach them or if it's worth reaching them at this point. There's a lot of deaths of Knights in there. Also, the one Mangonel is still getting some shots off. Wow, it got 2 shots off. And, again, hard to call. But Viper seemingly winning that fight. The Knights taking out the siege was a big deal. And the Cav Archers huge. Viper with 30 extra villagers right now. And as I said, Viper with more eco, huge deal. And, ooh, that's not good. What do we have? Some siege in that siege workshop. That's probably going to die. And Daut now, he's on the back foot. He's really on the back foot. And so he's going to have to continue producing again. We see this so often with these two players, just having to counter each other in mass amounts. And oh, there's a Mangonel. Oh, Viper, nice micro though. That was absolutely clutch. But Viper going light cav. Okay. He's gonna kill light cav. Of course, he has already the +2 defense on his Knights, so that would apply to the light cav as well. This is actually not the best of fights, at least in the beginning there for Viper. It's nice he has his Knights in there to deal with the skirms, but he's lost a lot of Cav Archers there to the skirms. But either way, I was about to say right after that, Viper with his eco advantage, seemingly take that. I mean, look at that, like 40 more vills, huge deal. He just had like a free boom on this side, and this side wasn't really taking out all that much. Insane stuff. And actually, did Viper push out this side? I was gonna say another TC. Don't get greedy, but yeah, that was an awesome game, guys. It's fun to see Daut back. I mean, Daut has been bringing some fun games to Viper tonight, and it was a real treat to see these thus far. So anyway, GG.